They gave us a cosmic force of nature, a baby god, and Marvel's most dangerous villain all in one film. And somehow, it actually worked. Today on Vericade, we're diving deep into the Fantastic Four. Not just the plot, but the meaning, the clues, the future it quietly set in motion. This isn't just another superhero movie. This is Marvel pressing the soft reboot button with a love letter to legacy, science, and family. If you haven't seen the movie yet, this is your warning. Spoilers ahead. Go catch up. We'll still be here decoding everything when you're ready. But if you're all caught up, let's get into it. We've got a lot to unpack, a few surprises to revisit, and one post-credits scene you definitely don't want to miss. This is the Fantastic Four First Steps, and here's everything you need to know. This story takes place in a whole new universe, Earth 828. No Avengers, no multiverse chaos, just 4 explorers who got hit with cosmic radiation and came back. Different. Now they're trying to stop the literal end of the world while raising a child who might be the next one. So if you've been waiting for Marvel to slow down, clean up, and actually start fresh, this is your entry point. And yeah, Doom's finally here. For over a decade, the MCU built something we'd never seen before. A connected universe that made us believe superheroes could feel real, grounded, even human. But in recent years, it's fair to say things got overwhelming. Between multiverse twists, dozens of new characters and storylines spread across movies and streaming series, many fans started feeling a little lost. And that's exactly why the Fantastic Four is so important. This film doesn't just introduce Marvel's first family, it reintroduces a kind of storytelling that feels focused, intimate, and easy to follow. The film wastes no time whisking us to Earth 828, a retro-futuristic 1960s world where the Fantastic Four are already headline-making heroes. The name Earth 828 itself is special because it's a nod to Kirby's birthday, August 28th. Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal, is the smart and thoughtful leader as Mr. Fantastic. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, played by Vanessa Kirby, provides emotional strength and cares deeply about people. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, played by Joseph Quinn, is fun, energetic, and confident. Ben Grimm, the Thing, portrayed by Eben Moss-Bachrach, shows the tough yet gentle heart of the team. Their popularity is clear. They're on TV, their pictures are on cereal boxes, and they live in the famous Baxter Building. But with this popularity comes a lot of pressure. They're the only superheroes around, and everyone counts on them. The movie explores how hard it is for them to carry this responsibility, especially when a new cosmic danger threatens their world. By starting with the Fantastic Four already being famous heroes, the movie explores interesting themes like teamwork, family, and what it really means to be a hero. It doesn't just tell a typical superhero story, it digs deeper, asking questions about what happens when heroes face their biggest challenges yet. The film truly ramps up the excitement with a chilling, intense moment. Shalla-Bal, the Silver Surfer, played convincingly by Julia Garner, lands dramatically in Times Square, delivering a haunting message. Earth 828 has been marked for death by Galactus. This version of the Silver Surfer is different from the comics. She's a scientist from the planet Zenla who became Galactus's herald to save her own planet and daughter. Garner's performance perfectly captures Shalla-Bal's cold detachment, combined with deep, hidden pain. She's not here to fight, she's just delivering a message, making her presence all the more unsettling. Triggered by this dire warning, Reed Richards immediately takes action. With help from the advanced technology of the Future Foundation, he discovers a terrifying truth. 5 planets, remarkably similar to Earth, have already disappeared completely. His findings confirm the existence of Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, who is now heading straight for Earth 828. Voiced by Ralph Ineson, Galactus is depicted as a massive, unstoppable force rather than a mystical being. Reed's revelation sets the Fantastic Four directly on a path toward confronting this cosmic danger, and the tension is higher than ever. At the heart of the movie is an emotional story that centers around Sue Storm. She's expecting her first child with Reed Richards, and this isn't just a side story, it's the driving force of the whole film. When the Fantastic Four visit Galactus's huge planet-eating ship to try and negotiate, Sue is still pregnant. Galactus senses something powerful growing inside her, a child filled with the power cosmic. He offers a terrifying deal: give up the baby, and Earth 828 will be spared. Refuse, and the planet will be destroyed. The team doesn't hesitate, they say no. That bold choice turns everything into chaos. The Silver Surfer, now ordered to capture the unborn child, chases the Fantastic Four through space. The escape is wild, especially as they fly near a black hole with gravity so strong it's almost impossible to escape. During this dangerous journey, Sue gives birth to Franklin Richards. Vanessa Kirby brings raw emotion to this scene, blending the wonders of space with a very human moment. Franklin's birth is powerful and beautiful, but it also makes him Galactus's main target. Back on Earth, Reed tries to warn the world by telling the public about Galactus's offer, but it backfires. People are scared and angry. They call the Fantastic Four selfish for protecting their own child, while billions of others are at risk. Protesters rise up, turning the team into public enemies. That's when Sue stands strong and delivers an unforgettable line: "We're not sacrificing our son, and we're not abandoning Earth." Her speech reminds everyone why she's the emotional leader of the team. With Galactus getting closer, the Fantastic Four must figure out how to protect both Franklin and their entire planet. The pressure is on, and the future has never looked more uncertain. With the clock ticking and Galactus closing in, Reed Richards puts his brilliant mind to work and comes up with a bold, last-chance plan. He decides to use his teleportation bridge, still experimental, to trap Galactus at the very edge of the universe, far from his massive ship that gives him power. The idea is risky, but it might be their only chance. They set the final trap in Times Square, where one of the teleportation pods is ready and waiting. It's completely empty, designed to trick Galactus into thinking Franklin is inside. To keep people safe during the battle, the team calls in Harvey Elder, also known as Mole Man. Played by Paul Walter Hauser, he helps evacuate New York's population by guiding them underground to his hidden city, Subterranea. Meanwhile, Johnny Storm races to move the real Franklin to safety inside the Baxter Building, away from the fight. It's a tough choice for everyone, but if this plan works, it might just save their world. The movie reaches its most intense and emotional moment when Galactus arrives in Manhattan. He's a massive, terrifying figure, walking through the city like a living mountain. Each step shakes the ground. He quickly sees through the trap in Times Square and heads straight for the Baxter Building. He knows that's where Franklin really is. Galactus tears through the city and grabs Franklin with a hand so huge it makes the building look tiny. The Fantastic Four leap into action. Reed stretches himself to break Galactus's gear. Ben shouts, "It's clobberin' time!" and throws everything he's got, and Johnny flies through the sky, shooting flames and trying to distract the giant. But it's Sue who becomes the true hero of the moment. Her powers explode with new strength, and she creates a force field so huge it sweeps across the city like a wave. She uses it to push Galactus toward the portal in Times Square. The team activates the machine, and Sue keeps pushing until Galactus falls into the portal. But the effort is too much. She collapses, completely still, as the portal begins to close. Galactus tries to climb back through. Johnny is ready to throw himself in to stop him. But then, out of nowhere, Shalla-Bal appears. Earlier, Johnny had shown her the truth, videos of destroyed planets that made her rethink everything. That moment matters now. Instead of letting Johnny sacrifice himself, she flies forward and smashes into Galactus, knocking him back through the portal. The rift closes. Galactus and Shalla-Bal are gone, trapped at the far end of the universe without his ship. Julia Garner makes Shalla-Bal's final act emotional and unforgettable. It's a powerful scene of sacrifice, courage, and redemption. The victory comes with a heavy cost. Earth 828 is saved, But Sue Storm's collapse leaves the team shattered. Reed, Johnny, and Ben gather around her, heartbroken. The moment is quiet and full of pain. Reed gently places baby Franklin on Sue's chest for one last goodbye. Then, something incredible happens. A soft blue glow shines from Franklin's tiny hand. A pattern of stars flickers in Sue's eyes, and suddenly she gasps for air. She's alive. Franklin's mysterious power, the power cosmic, has brought her back. It's an emotional, beautiful moment that leaves the team in shock and awe. This scene doesn't just show off Franklin's strength, it highlights the deep bond of this superhero family. Sue later says, "He's so much more powerful than we are," hinting that Franklin could one day surpass even Galactus. But more than that, this moment reminds us that their greatest power comes from love, not just super abilities. The cast makes it all feel real, and it hits hard in the best way. Marvel keeps the surprises coming with 2 post-credits scenes. The second one is light-hearted, a fun animated short that plays like an old-school Fantastic Four cartoon. It features silly cameos from comic villains like Red Ghost and Puppet Master, and ends with a touching quote from Jack Kirby. "If you look at my characters, you will find me." It's a fun way to celebrate the team's legacy. But the real game changer comes in the mid-credits scene. Set 4 years later, we see Sue reading "The Very Hungry Caterpillar" to a now toddler Franklin. When she steps away, the robot Herbie suggests she read "On the Origin of Species" instead, a funny nod that adds some charm. But things take a serious turn when Sue returns. Standing in the room is a man in a green cloak, holding a silver mask. Franklin, innocent and curious, reaches out, maybe for the mask, maybe for Doom himself. The screen cuts to black, and the words appear, "The Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday." This one moment hints at something huge. Doom clearly has his eyes on Franklin and his mysterious power, setting up a major threat for the future. The scene leaves us with big questions and even bigger expectations. The Fantastic Four First Steps pulls off something rare. It balances huge cosmic moments with real emotion. The central question, do you save your child or save your world, is powerful, and the cast absolutely delivers. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards is smart but flawed. Vanessa Kirby gives Sue Storm real strength and depth. Joseph Quinn brings heart and energy to Johnny Storm, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach makes Ben Grimm the soul of the team. Julia Garner's Silver Surfer is a standout with real sadness behind her eyes, and Ralph Ineson's Galactus just terrifying. The ending leads straight into Avengers Doomsday, with the Fantastic Four probably jumping into Earth 616 as teased in Thunderbolts. Doom clearly has plans for Franklin, and that means things are going to get even more intense. Will he try to use Franklin's powers for himself? Let me know what you think. First Steps is a bold chapter for Marvel. It respects the source material but isn't afraid to shake things up. It's fun, emotional, and full of big ideas. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to. If you have, drop your thoughts, theories, or even complaints in the comments. What was your favorite moment? That Doom tease? Franklin's powers? Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. This was Vericade, and we'll be watching the multiverse together. See you in the next one.